Today, Precarious plays
MegaMan Battle Network. Have you ever had someone in your family or in a position of authority tell you something insane about a word or a phrase that just winds up being like not true?
Yes. Maybe. It depends on what you mean. I had an aunt that, like a great aunt, that every time I went outside without my coat, she said that I would get trichinosis.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, after a few years of that, this started when I was old enough to understand syllables, you know, and coats and things like that. And I thought for years that it was a made-up word. That it was just, like, you'll get the trichinosis, you know? Like, you'll get the boogie squirts. Like, just a totally made-up fake disease.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed. We shouldn't laugh about boogie squirts.
Oh yeah, there's... I can't do it. It's not good to lie about medical issues. Anyway.
Especially not boogie squirts.
Especially not. They're not real. Nobody worry about.
They're not really easily cured, you mean?
Oh my god. WebMD is not going to have anything to say about boogie squirts because they haven't studied them yet.
Exactly.
Because they don't exist. And nobody name a new disease boogie squirts, please. That's nasty.
You're
Anyways.
sending me a lot of mixed signals about boogie squirts, and I don't appreciate it.
No mixed signals.
I've been keeping a secret from you.
What?
It may be related to boogie squirts, and it may be related to one of the symptoms of boogie squirts, which may or may not being unable to determine false information related to boogie squirts.
Okay.
Wait.
The
game.
trichinosis thing lasted throughout my adolescence and managed to make it all the way to 11th or 12th grade. I thought the trichinosis was a fake disease. I thought that it was made up. And then sometime in 11th grade, I open up a chapter about parasites and diseases that go through different populations, and I'm like, oh, how do you pronounce this? Trichinosis. Trichinosis is a fucking thing? I, like, read about it ahead because I was like, this isn't real. This is, somebody put this here. Somebody is punking me. You know, like, I couldn't believe it. It is a disease caused by a parasite that lives out its life, part of its life inside of pigs, and sometimes ends up in the, you know, meat production of pork in our country, at least.
For flavor.
No, it's really bad. It's why you need to cook pork to doneness unless you have some crazy, fantastic, you know, pork producer or something like that. You have to cook pork because trichinosis is not something you get from being too cold, and it's deadly.
Ha! They fell for it.
It's like a really bad disease. It's like no joke. It would be like saying, put on a coat or you'll get the AIDS. I mean, maybe it's not as serious as AIDS, but Jesus.
That's not how you get AIDS?
No.
Damn it! I've been lied to!
Oh my god. But yeah, so there was that. That was a prime example of one time when an adult or a person in like a position of authority just said something that was completely insane.
I'm thinking of the time that... Wait, are these... Oh no, I need to go to one of the ones that has the little switch box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. Stop everyone from buying that program. No, that is not the concern. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I don't... think it was necessary to go so far out of their way to make the people of this world stupid. Like, unbelievably stupid.
Maybe it's about perspective. Maybe adults seem stupid to children.
Like, maybe this is just Lan imagining the... Well, then I just don't like Lan.
Yeah.
Because then Lan is just an asshole idiot.
Well, you know, or maybe it's just not very well translated or thought out, and it's really about the, you know, gameplay.
Yeah.
And fuck the story because it's not that great.
But the problem is...
Uh-huh.
Someone wrote this and it was added to the game. If it wasn't about the story,
Yeah.
then they could have just cut most of this and left it really bare bones. To just... Like, I have to press buttons to go through this.
Yeah, they do make you stare at it. You're like, here's something kind of crappy we made. Look at it. Look right at it. Now advance the text.
I think that was supposed to be... her suggesting that they've, captured male.
Oh no. He said, oh
A
no.
runaway bus.
Oh no.
Okay, now it's speed.
Yeah,
Correct.
I was gonna say that. We're like the same animal.
Okay, we just passed Dintown Block 3. That is patently untrue. Headed for Block 4. And turn the lights red. Okay, but 3... So should I start in 3 or should I go to 4? I never liked mail that much anyway. I guess it's fine if I
You guys
get it
are
wrong.
both 10, and she's kind of...
Okay, here we go.
Ding.
Kind of,
Well, when I said she, I meant he, and I was going to diss Lan some more, but... kid's got enough problems. He just doesn't even understand the world around him. I'm not gonna mess with him.
So, one day... I was talking around my great-grandmother.
Uh-huh.
Who was not actually... Most of the time whenever I talk about my great-grandparents, people are, like, amazed. They're like, your great-grandparents. They were closer to the age, I think, that most people would expect grandparents to be, right?
So...
My family just, they had several generations of people that reproduced at a younger age. Not really, really, like, unbelievably young, not like,
But, like,
14 or something. But
20.
it was consistently, like, at 20 or 21, a child happened.
So that gets you young great-grandparents that you actually get to meet. How cool!
Yes, I spent most of my formative... God, it was a lucky block, you. Aha! I didn't even know that could hit 2 people. Rad. So I spent a lot of my formative time with them, not my parents or even my grandparents.
Because at that point, your grandparents hadn't even retired yet.
Right. Oh, I feel like I should be paying more attention to this environment.
Ooh, it's a jelly! Look at it! Look right at it into its sparkly, creepy
Blow it up.
eyes. Oh. I don't
Why are
like
you
the looks of
charging?
that.
Why are you wiggling?
I don't like the looks of that. It's changing colors, too. Oh, it might not be a jelly. It might
On
be
the
a
one
mushroom.
hand... Okay, no, yeah.
No,
ooh.
you, ha, ooh, he, ooh.
See, I wanted to know what it did. I had this sensation. This desire to know.
It's called curiosity. Most of the time.
Never heard of it.
Okay. You can look it up when you look up, you know, the Boogie Squirts.
Damn it, man. messing around with the power of Boogy Squirts again. So I was speaking to my great-grandmother, and I had, like, earlier that day, I had learned, I am playing with the Pro Controller, and I think that might have been a mistake. Anyway, I learned the word fool earlier that day. And I think I was playing, like, Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
And just because I liked the word, because it's a lot of fun to exclaim.
Yes, it is.
I passed someone and I was like, "You fool! Ha ha!" And she was not aggressive about it. She wasn't, like, mean and scolding, but she was like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't call someone like that. You shouldn't call someone that." And I said, "Why?" And then she said, "That's just one of the most mean things you can say about somebody, is to call them a fool." And at the time, it affected me deeply. I was like, "Oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, saying that someone lacks knowledge, that is pretty mean, isn't it?"
Yeah. Well, I think it's very mean.
And now I'm thinking about it, and I think about the words that I've learned in my life, and I think, no, that is fucking baby talk. That is baby talk for babies.
I don't know. I think that if someone earnestly called me a fool instead of just in a cackling, jokey, villainous way, I would be upset. Probably more upset than any, like
straight slur, just garbage talk.
Yeah, because garbage talk is garbage talk most of the time. Also, I think it might be more offensive to me than, promiscuity. Like saying "you hooker."
Yeah.
And, like, really meaning it, because, I mean, even hookers know what they're doing. I'm serious. I don't know. I think that I would probably take greater offense by somebody, like, being convinced and saying that from their heart instead of just to make you feel bad,
Well, hold on. Look, I'm talking about... Oh. Probably should have picked up Invis instead. Whenever someone... I can't think of what I want to say exactly. The last time I think someone... Oops. That's probably okay. So it went straight through though. But I think they said it was supposed to be going to 4. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, it looks like I can't go that way. Of course, God. Makes the gas go backwards and then it's boomed. Okay. Is it this one? I can't stop from the bus from here. Okay, hold on. Okay. Alright, game. I feel like I've already done the one to the north, but I'm gonna... Okay. So it's taking the long with the scenic route. And the bus has already exploded. Nope, here it is. The last time someone insulted me, and it didn't just feel like mudslinging. Yeah. Like just someone trying to say words, just any word with a hurtful connotation. I can't think of it. I cannot recall a time. So that's what I'm talking about. I feel like someone offhandedly just using the word fool in place of a curse. Oh, yeah. It would bounce off me. It would be like, you fucking shut up. Yeah. No, You haven't earned that.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree with that, but I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if people meant what they said, what words would actually be insulting.
I think that the gravest conversational sin you could commit would be defying that norm, misapplying a word to someone. Like if someone said, "You're being very inconsiderate," and they meant it, but then the other person and I don't know, like a group of people around them were like, "No, they're not. Oh, why would you even say that?" That is what would be really offensive.
Yeah.
Lying.